Just tell me when you want me to start that.
All right.
I think you can right now.
You sure?
And you're good.
Okay.
All right.
Peace, family. Peace, family. We're going to wait until a few more people enter the building, so bear with us. Shout out to Hill Lipstick and Guns. Wow, what a name. Hello. Shout out to Y-Sims. Y-Sims said hello to the panel.
Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
In a little while, once we fill up and there are more people in the chat, we're going to tell you what we're going to discuss today, and which the title says it all. We're doing relationship issues, questions and answers, and we're going to do call-in. So we're going to wait for a few more people to enter the building, and then we will get started. D-Cop for life in the building. What's up, bruh? D-Cop said hello, panel.
Hey, D-Cop.
D-Cop.
Woo.
Y'all smash that like as you enter the building.
Is my mouth going to be covered?
I'll take it.
You need a you need a booster seat.
I need a booster seat.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. Peace, family. Peace and Black love in the building. This is QI Critical Thinking, and today we'll be discussing relationship issues. Whether it be lesbian, any questions that you have, we're going to try to accommodate those questions and answers and discussion. So it's not just a question and answer, it's also going to be a discussion, and we're going to host call-ins, as well, and take questions from the chat. As well, since we're rolling here, let me go ahead and roll around and introduce the panel. J Dunn's on them ones and twos. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Y'all, what it do? What it be? What's going on? Y'all see me all in this building. J Dunn coming through on the ones and twos. J Dunn coming through all out the blue, trying to help QI too. Oh, I'm right on here. I'm here, y'all. Uh-oh, now I got to do something.
She made me have to start all over.
All right, now since we had that lovely introduction from J Dunn, let's go ahead and let me do ladies first, because I should have done that at first. BB Nice, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm BB Nice. How's everybody doing this evening?
All right, and last but not least, my bro DC Kool-Aid in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
DC Kool-Aid, and you know we do. We in here in the building. We come at y'all live.
For the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
What?
It's time for the percolator.
All right.
That's what I do.
All right. Shout out
My
to
bad. I had a moment.
Once again, shout out to the chat. Let's say Hill Lipstick in the building, Y-Sims in the building, D-Cop in the building, Stephanie K in the building, BDZ 1953 in the building. Hello all, Stephanie K in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like, share, and subscribe. Now today, family, we're going to be discussing relationship issues. And from any aspect, we're going to also take questions and answers, and we're going to also do call-ins a little later towards the show. As well, I'd like to say hello, shout out to Talk Hella. I can't say that online. You trying to mess us up over here, but hello to you. All right, so J Dunn, go ahead and start us off with this wonderful discussion today.
Okay, y'all. So I don't know. Some of y'all might be tuned to my channel. Some of y'all are not, but hopefully y'all will go over there to my channel. But I did an interesting discussion by myself about nature versus nurture, and how people can be naturally gay, or people can have their surroundings, their nurturing, that causes them to be gay. And I really did get a lot of feedback from that. I know DC and BB Nice, they were in the chat for that. QI came at the end of the live, but they all came and supported me. But either way, I wanted to throw that out there just to be something that we could start talking about, because I would love their opinions. I gave a long, probably like 30-minute thing of my opinion about it, but I would, well, no, actually, I think it was an hour. But either way, I want to know what everybody else thinks about it, because I think I was naturally born gay. And to get everybody else's feedback would be great, and we could start the discussion there.
All right, so I've already answered, and I'll come back and redo my answer a little later, but let's go ahead and give BB Nice the floor. What do you think? Nature versus nurture?
I do think it's nature, because you can't really help. You can control who you're attracted to, but you really can't help it. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. And so I understand the nurture part as well, though, because there are people who are brought up in a situation around certain people and they adapt to their way of living. So that could become the nurturing part of it. Like, just say for a gay man who is born around a whole bunch of females all their life, and they pick up female, things that females do, and then naturally they start to adapt to that. So I guess that's where the nurture part comes to. But if you're attracted to a woman, you're attracted to a woman. If you're attracted to a man, you're just attracted to a man. And that's just my opinion on it. Again, you can control it, but I don't think you can really help it.
All right, DCKOOLAID, what's your way in?
But I mean, exactly what BB Nice and Jaden say, because basically you really don't know, who you're attracted to. You was born the way you are, and then you never know, like from my previous experience when I was growing up, I didn't know I was gay. I just knew when I got damn 27, I started liking women, but you just don't know.
And like I said, the last live stream for me, when J-Dunn originally answered me that question, like I denied it for the majority of my life, but all of the signs were still there. And it took me being attracted, to a woman to realize that, this was my nature.
Right.
And I really think that it goes more so to actually acting upon it. But even if you don't act upon it, that doesn't mean that the natural tendency, the natural attraction left. Right? A lot of people think, okay, you acted upon it, so this is what made you gay. But no, the attraction, those types of things were already there, whether I addressed it, whether I spoke on it, or anything like that. It was already there. And sometimes you can suppress as much as you want to. You can try to suppress it, but it's still there. It's still there naturally, in my opinion.
Right, because when it happened to me, I was intoxicated. I was drunk, didn't know, and I went after the girl, and we whatever. But then once I wasn't intoxicated, I was like, wait a minute, was this really supposed to happen? So then I had to question myself whether or not, am I gay or am I not? But this happened when I was drunk, so I want to know what it feel like when I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. That's funny. You should say that. I got a good story for that one. Me and one of my we're still close friends, but we went through a lot because we messed around. And it was so funny. We got drunk. We went to this gay club, and then she professed her love for me and everything. And we came home, did what we did. Now, I fucking loved it. But the next day, she got like nothing never happened. And I'm looking at this bitch like, I'm in love right now. I know you fucking kidding me. Like, we gonna be together or what? Look at me like, bitch, I just had too many drinks. Come on now. Let's just
about to make me spit my
the whole story that Booby just said, y'all. And I don't even know if I'm gonna tell this. I'm gonna tell it anyway because I'm just being organic. I'm going with the flow, y'all. Like for me, in my early 20s, I felt like any woman can be gay with a drink or two. Like I felt like you could say you straight, but let you have a drink or two, and then you
turn something else, right?
You love me.
That's true. Like, wait, how did that happen?
That's very true. That's very true. Strange thing.
Yeah.
They said Jan make you sin. And I just feel like I could be so charming. And I'm just like, I can be charming to you. And, you know, I just sit there and talk to you at the bar. And, you know, you done had a couple drinks and then now you talking to me crazy. Okay.
Right.
You know,
Right.
It's that
Exactly.
But BB Nice said she was in love though.
Yes, I woke up like if we in a relationship, like you know what's going on. I'm ready to go at it again. This bitch like, that was just last night. I don't even do that. I'm like, bitch.
I had a question. Was she a stud? BB, was she a stud?
No, she used a film. So
got.
That's how I knew that it was in me. This is what I want to do. But her, it was just in her when she got too much to drink. And I'm like, bitch, I can't fuck with you like that. Like, you know, we went through that for years because she get drunk, she all over me. And I'm like, bitch, I ain't joking with this. Like, I need you to stop playing with my emotions. Either we gonna be friends or we gonna do the damn thing. I can't be going back and forth with you like that.
right.
You got to say
that was such a. I was gonna say that was a film move, but you know, like after there was another film, I can't.
No, but she aggressive when she get drunk. She like real aggressive. Yeah, and then girl, it just got to the point where I just had to say, look, we are just friends. Ain't none of that shit. When you get drunk, take your ass home, like for real. Right now, because I'm not going there.
I will say that sometimes you do have to set up a boundary. You have, and I will say, I'm talking about early 20s, y'all. I ain't there no more. When I was early 20s, I just felt like everybody was experimenting at some point in time in their life. And you know, if they drinking up, not me buying a drink to make somebody, but like, you know, you converse with people and then whenever they drink so much, then they start coming on to you. And for me, I'm so nerdy to a degree to where I was shocked. Like, what?
Right.
Try me? Okay.
Right.
Like, how you gonna try me? Oh, all right.
And Hill's lips and guns said, I knew I was a girl since 5 years old. I learned to act like I like men, but at 16 I was over it and came out full flesh. I feel you. I feel you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like Hill's lipstick and guns. I can best believe that. That's a bad thing. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. But like what like does anybody want to share like an interesting, you know, story or anything that they had, like, you know, in terms of their coming out process?
I could share mine.
Go ahead.
I really think, well, and I'm not trying to be no type of way, but I think I'm younger than everybody here. So I have to give y'all an interesting coming out story. Now, I had done come out when I was 14. Yeah, but my mom and my family didn't believe me. But what gave me away, y'all? Y'all remember the notorious Yahoo Messenger? Yahoo Messenger.
Right.
I had so many girls like coming for me on Yahoo Messenger, and I was like 14. And like, you know, I'll get on there and I'll just be chatting with people or whatever. And my mom ended up getting on there to check her Black Planet. Y'all remember Black Planet? She had Black Planet.
Man, that was a long ago.
Her Black Planet. And one girl that I was talking to at the time had messaged because she thought I was online. And so she sent this message to my mom, and I think her name was Womanizer or something like that. And she sent this message and she was trying to talk to me, but it was my mama on there, y'all. It was my mama. And so my mama got the message and she was like, oh, she talked back to the person, but she was trying to figure out what's going on. And so she got me on my bed. I was sleeping all in my room, but she came and found me in my bed. And, she was asking me what's going on, who sent me the message and all this kind of stuff. And then I had to come out again. And I'm like, I ended up having to come out like 4 or 5 times, to be honest, y'all, before I got my message across, before I got my point across. But so that's a funny one for me because I didn't have any siblings to tell my secret. The internet did, I guess.
Internet a snitch. Lisa said the internet is a snitch.
Right.
That's Lisa in the room typing. So if you see her put unicorn, that's Lisa.
That's me, y'all.
You said I ain't doing that girly stuff. Family, like we're accepting questions from the chat as well as we are, doing call-ins. The call-in number is not activated. So if you want to call in with questions or you have an interesting story to tell or you want to discuss anything in particular, feel free to go ahead and give us a call. Anything, even if you're straight, you can call in with any type of questions or whatever, even though this is a lesbian panel. So, we're going to wait and see if anybody gives us a call. The call-in number is in the chat, and as well as I will be posting it on the banner. As well, I have now launched a Teesprings account. So y'all feel free. I'm going to drop the link into the chat, as well as you see it here on the screen. If you feel like, supporting or whatever, but by all means go over and, support my Teesprings account. And it's teesprings.com/stores.qi/critical-thinking. As well, if you have any interesting stories or upcoming, or if you interesting stories, or if you want to discuss any particular topic and come on, feel free. Make sure you email me, and my email is shown above on the screen. I will drop it in the chat for you all. There's my girl. What's up, Melissa Ocha in the building. All right. So the call-in number is posted. If you have any interesting questions and you want to discuss any particular topic, feel free to call in. The call-in number is now active. My email is in the chat. All right. And DC, is there anything in particular that you would like to share with us today?
I mean, it's like growing up and having relationships in the beginning of my life when I was young, it's way different than now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you're young and you not sure, what you are, mm-hmm. And you deal with different type of women, where I always say I never date a long distance, never be in a long distance relationship, because you never know what the other person doing. And if you have been through a lot of things, you will have trust issues. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if anybody had dealt with long distance relationship and it actually worked, but I've been in relationships. The one that was long distance was about 2 right before Lisa, and she thought that she wouldn't be caught from a distance, and it just so happened me and her, one of her ex, well, not her ex, but her best friend's ex-girlfriend, we became friends to this day. We still friends. And what happened was the girl was like, "Hey, what's up, DC? What's going on? Shorty and her shorty was going out, and they was going out with a Dom friend that, she thought I was aware of. She wasn't even snitching on the girl. She was just thought I knew everything. So keep in mind, the girl phone I was paying for. I get the bill. I can see who you calling. I ain't had no doubts or anything to check her phone up until then. And then I just I didn't realize why she wasn't picking up. And all of a sudden we was, we go to sleep on the phone at night and everything. And I couldn't figure out why, but something told me to, look at the phone bill, look at the roster, see what's going on. And then I saw that she was, talking to somebody 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's when I politely hop on the mega bus, left my car because I knew it was going to be crazy. So I said, let me hop on the mega bus. I went down to Charlotte, North Carolina from DC. And she was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just here for the weekend," because I knew my bus was gonna be leaving. So I was like, "All right." She wanted a new phone. Take your phone to Sprint, because that was the slick way of doing it. So we went to, the Sprint. Took her phone and everything. I had her phone. I said, "Let me go to the bathroom." I went to the bathroom. I went down her contacts list and all of that, and I saw all kinds of messages, all kinds of stuff. Oh my God, it was pictures, everything on the phone that I bought, right?
Oh wow.
So when that Sunday came and my bus was time to come, she was like, "You was here the whole weekend. You didn't kiss me. You didn't hug me. You didn't do nothing." I said, "Nah, you know what? I'm about to go to this bus. Take me to the bus station." She like, "Okay." Get to the bus station. She didn't know nothing was wrong. She said, "You want something to eat?" I'm like, "Nope." So the whole time I'm down there at the bus station, that hurts, to know somebody you go out your way for, and you do. And I was buying this and buying that. And I get there to the bus station. She like, "You're not going to give me a kiss back?" I said, "No, I'm telling you goodbye. This is over with. It's done." She want to holler and scream and cry, blah, blah, blah. No, go with the person in your state and do you. But I mean, it's hard. Like I say, I never been in a real long distance relationship. It started off right, but when things start changing, pay attention. You have to pay attention.
And I mean, I can piggyback off that only because I had a long distance relationship before, and this was like years ago. And this was during the MySpace days, because she found me through a mutual friend of ours. Like, when you graduate high school and you go to college, everybody going to college, they own separate parts, but you still trying to keep in touch with social media with your friends. And so, one of my friends had went to one college, and I was commenting on her stuff on Facebook, and then this young lady started commenting back to different things that I would say on there. And long story short, she reached out to me, and we exchanged numbers or whatever. We got into a relationship. I will say she was only 2 hours away from me, just 2 hours. So it was easy for us to maneuver and navigate the relationship. But
DUNN, fix your mic. It's chopping up a little bit.
Yeah, you going in and out.
But I'm sitting here at the computer. Y'all can't hear me?
We hear you, but it's choppy, and you pixelate.
I don't know what to do because I ain't do nothing different.
You gotta do that Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Keep walking around the house with that computer.
Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now?
It's a little better, yeah.
Do I need to leave out the live and come back?
Nah, you sound better now.
Okay. So this young lady had found me from my friend's Facebook, and so she had reached out to me or whatever. But long story short, I get what DC is talking about, where you have to have trust in a long distance relationship, because like she would tell me like different things happening in her life, and she need help with this, she need help with that. And I was young at that time. So this happened, you need help with this, you need help with that, I would help. But the thing that broke her was that she told me somebody died in her family. That somebody died in her family, but she ended up coming here to Atlanta, and she went to an Atlanta Braves game with somebody that she was talking to, and we were friends on MySpace, but she was also my friend on Facebook. But she posted pictures on Facebook. I don't know what she did, but she did, and I saw that she wasn't at a funeral. Like, how you gonna tell me you at a funeral, but you really in Atlanta going to a Braves game with another girl? Like, what?
All right, we got our first question. Our first question is, how can you talk to your wife, a stud, about being so overprotective over her? Example, we walking down the street. She wants me to always walk inside of her. Am I tripping?
Yes, you are tripping. Because it's like she's protecting you. If anything happened on the outside of, if you on the inside, it's less something can happen to you on the inside. Cause like Lisa, when we walk somewhere, I always tell her to get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? That's just being, protecting you from anything or any harm happening. If a car jumped the curb, it might hit her first. Hit me first before it hit her. Somebody walking past want to bump me, they'll bump me instead of bumping her. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that that you're tripping. It's she's just she's protecting you.
Let me go ahead, J Dunn. What's your take on it?
J Dunn had that look.
Well, I just want to make sure. Can y'all hear me clearly? I'm sorry. Y'all didn't hear me clearly before. Y'all can hear me clearly now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm all about being a protector, y'all. I'm all about that. Like, even if I know it could hurt me, I'm gonna stand in the line of fire for it not to hurt you. Like, so as far as this question, she asking if she tripping, and I'm not heels. I'm not saying be happy with what you got, but what I'm saying is be happy that somebody will put themselves out there for you. Be happy that somebody will put themselves as a barrier for you. Like, and I could be a barrier physically, I could be a barrier emotionally, I could be a barrier. But if I can protect you from getting whatever, people might want to throw at you or might feel like it's coming at you, then I'm gonna gladly put myself out there. And I don't know, it could be a fight that I can't even win. Like, y'all know how many times dudes will try us in front of our girls. They'll try us. And it's just like, this dude might beat my what. But at the end of the day, look, you ain't about to try it. I'm still gonna try to be a protector.
Right.
Yeah. I need, like, for me, the question for heels is, like, you have to give me more examples, because when you say overprotective, that depends on because that example, like, that's just trying to keep you out of harm's way.
But she just said, but what if she wants to protect her?
I mean, you should. I mean, like, I think it goes both ways. I think that's what love is about. Love is about trying to make sure both of y'all are okay, in my opinion.
Right. But as a dominant female, we want to protect the femmes first. Mm-hmm. It's cool that you want to protect us, but we feel as though we should protect you.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Now, am I wrong, Heels? Are you an aggressive femme? Because I'm getting an aggressive femme vibe. Yeah, okay. She said I'm a dominant female also. So are you a femme, or you're like, is it aggressive femme versus aggressive femme, or is it aggressive femme versus stud? Because there's a difference.
Hey, hot.
Woo. And I guess while we waiting on that answer, for me, I feel like, I'm gonna always be protecting, even if I'm with an aggressive femme. Just because that's what I'm supposed to do. I feel like, and y'all, who wrote the manual? Who wrote it? But nobody wrote it. But I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, right. If some trouble about to come our way, y'all, I'm supposed to get it. Like, I'm gonna get it before you get it, and I'm gonna do the best of my ability to make sure you don't get it.
All right,
I got to.
Okay, so, like, I want you to call in. Like, you're interesting. You're very interesting. She said film also, so I don't know if that means both of y'all are films. And I see you said that you don't do labels, so that's somewhat of where your confusion comes in, because there's no fine line. There's no boundaries, in my opinion. And then this is so funny, y'all. I have to put this up there. She says she wears booty shorts. So, you know, but call in Heels.
She says
You got you're interesting, and I would like, you know, I like you to talk more on that subject. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think when it comes down to heels? Is it film? Is it film and film heels, or is it film? I'm still confused about, you know, the dynamics of your relationship. But what do y'all think, J Dunn and DC, like about you know, like, because basically it sounds like you got two aggressives in the relationship, and and she doesn't like categories and she doesn't like labels. So in my opinion, it sounds like there's not a, you know, it's not a boundary set, because like at least you know if you're a stud, you know, like where your role is in a film, you know, sort of what your role is, even though, you know, it's not it doesn't have to be black and white.
she might be a film, but a dominant film. You know what I'm saying?
She said that she was aggressive, and
Yeah,
also
because they're dominant films.
she put that she at work right now, so she can't call in. She said it's in the email though.
Because she said her girl, she's a stud, so she might be just a dominant female.
Y'all aggressive fam, y'all a trip. Heels, you know you're a trip too. You know you a trip. You know, I see, you know you a trip.
I mean, it's basically to each his own, you know, each his preference. Yeah. Some people like that, and some people like me personally. I can't do, but I had dealt with aggressive films. It's a lot of work. Trust me, it's a lot.
Well, you're gonna have to, like, Heels, you're gonna have to sit down, and, you know, and not be aggressive when you talk to her, and tell her that, you know, and y'all gonna have to come to some kind of compromise. Because I mean, if that's something that you naturally feel like you should do, then she needs to understand that, so like she won't, you know, get offended. And then you need to understand that she feels like she wants to protect you as well, and you shouldn't get offended over that either, you know. That's love, you know, that's caring. When you care about somebody, you want to make sure that they are right. You don't want any harm to come to them. So it's like, but I mean, if it truly bothers you, then, you know, you have to have that discussion, you know, and, you know, just have that discussion and be honest. That's pretty much all I can say with that. And she said, I'm me always. My mom was a woman who would run up on men.
Y'all, let me tell y'all about me, y'all. And this is gonna be the story time that I was gonna leave for my channel. But I'm gonna give a sneak preview. My mom was single, and she used to date men. And my friends in high school used to call me Jody from Baby Boy, because I would run up on the dude. Like, and I will tell you, my mom, she dated different men. She didn't always bring them around, but when she was serious about them, then they came around. But if I felt like they was talking crazy to her, and y'all, these people, these men, old as heck, could do anything to me. But I felt so invincible, like running to her defense, to where like, oh no, you ain't about to talk to her like that. Run up in their face. Oh no,
Jody.
Right. That's what my friends used to call me, Jody. Jody.
Melissa Ocha said, I guess it always depends on how it goes down, how the situation goes down. If a woman disrespects a stud, will the film be the protector in that case? For me, I think, you know, like, I think that, what do y'all think?
Hold on, let me reread it.
Oh, no, I had to reread it too. Hold on.
She meant what I said.
What she say, babe?
She meant what I said. If it's somebody that's masculine or a man, you handle it. If it's somebody that's femme or a girl, I handle it.
Thank you, wifey. Thank you. We needed that. Rico in the building. Hey, Rico.
And I mean, I don't take any offense to a woman trying to protect me. I don't take any offense to a feminine woman trying to protect me. None whatsoever. But even still, I know you trying to protect me, but if it comes time to do or die in the line of fire, then I'm jumping in front of you, girl. Like that's just my mentality. But I think that's all of our mentalities. Like with feminine ladies, I don't know. I just think of them with heels and a purse. You got too much you trying to carry around. Like if it comes do or die, you got too much that you trying to bring with you to get out of the way.
Right.
It's my wallet. That's it. A wallet made my hat. That's it.
Right.
I think that, to me, if you love somebody, you're gonna defend them regardless of if you're a femme or a stud. You know, like you're gonna, you're not, like if you love somebody, you're not gonna want to see any harm come to them. So whether you're a femme or a stud, then you're gonna, if you're in a position where you have to defend them, you're gonna defend them. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the weird thing is, you don't even care where it may lead you. Like I'm telling you, it's like something about trying to defend, to be a protector, and even if you know I can't win this fight, but you still gonna try anyway. Like I can't win it. Like,
but can't you picture this?
In there accepting defeat, but I'm still gonna try.
But picture this though, you trying to protect her, she trying to protect you, and it's about to go down. Both of y'all gonna get towed up because y'all trying.
Well, hey, ain't that what they do? ain't that what
like, are they fighting over there? Who gonna protect who and shit?
Did your mama tell you that? Like when you and your siblings go outside, didn't your mama say, don't y'all come back in here?
Everybody trying to protect everybody. Got a whole damn thing going on down the street. They looking at y'all like, what the hell they fighting on? Who gonna protect who? I'm like, damn, you got it. It's your way.
Okay, now the correct call-in number is on the screen. My fault. I posted the wrong one in the chat, and the one that Deshaun has is also correct. Any more questions on any topics dealing with relationships? It doesn't matter. It could be crazy, whatever. We're gonna try our best to accommodate. But we're just opening up the discussion today, so we're open for whatever. But I like Hills there. Hills said, see if you have a femme who can help y'all about that tap butt together. She said, I could never date a woman who wasn't about action. Oh Lord, see him. Hello, Rico in the building. Is this you?
Hey, what up, QI? This is Rico. How you doing? How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Doing great.
Rico, doing good.
So what's on your mind, Rico?
Actually, I watch Rico's videos. I actually watched him when he went to Detroit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I enjoy watching y'all and your family. Y'all was dancing, doing the little line step. I'm at work pretending like I'm dancing.
I don't know what the topic is. I just came in for watching us live, but I wanted to call in and show my support for QI and your channel. And I love everything that you're doing. Stay positive and everything like that. And just keep doing you. Don't worry about the haters, because we all gonna have haters.
Oh yeah.
We all gonna have people that's not gonna like us and disagree with us. So just keep doing your thing, and I'm here for you.
Thank you.
So I know that the topic is about relationships and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can just say that I was in a relationship just a few months ago with an older gentleman, and it didn't work out just because of like the profession I do here on YouTube, me being a new content creator, it just didn't work out. But I'm still, open and still, just waiting for the right person to come in. So I don't know if that's what y'all talking about. I think you were talking about films, studs, and I'm not really into that.
No, we're talking
so
about it's any LGBT or any relationship. It's not just it's not really just films and studs. It's like any relationship. So it's fine. What you're talking about is fine. And maybe we ought to do a date. Maybe we ought to do a dating show one day, and just see if we can get you hooked up, Rico.
For sure. I'm not gonna be on here very long. I got to get up in the morning. It's like 9:23 here. But I just wanted to come in and show you some love and some support.
Thank you.
I'm subscribed to your channel and I watch and everything like that. And just F all the haters. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing you, keep doing positive, and I love the vibe and the energy from your channel.
Thank
That's
you.
all I wanted to do.
And I gotta
Support.
resubscribe. You know what? I was subscribed to you. I gotta resubscribe. I forgot. I keep forgetting this is a new channel, so I gotta resubscribe to you. But I used to watch you as well, So I'm gonna resubscribe, and I'll be over there supporting.
Yes, it's Deontay Rico Barber #Rico Report.
All right.
Thank you guys.
I'll definitely be
Love
over
you
there.
guys.
Thank you for calling in, and
All
thank
right.
you.
All right, Rico.
Have a blessed night.
And maybe we look. Maybe
And have a blessed night. To the ladies too as well, because I don't know you ladies, but God bless to you guys too.
all right.
Thank to you.
Oh, thank you, Rico.
You're welcome. All right.
Oh, okay, y'all. That was Rico Barber in the building. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Rico's channel. He does a lot of interesting commentary over there. It's like sort of like real life commentary as well. So y'all make sure y'all show that brother some love and subscribe to his channel. He's a part of the LGBTQ community. And for the most part, if you respect him, he's gonna respect you. If you don't, then he's gonna blow up. He's gonna let you.
He's gonna disrespect you back.
And that's all there is to it.
I just helped you out for a sec.
Yeah, he does not hold back, but he's a good, fair brother. All right, so let's if we any questions from the chat. I thought I saw one earlier. Give me just a moment. If no questions, any other topics we want to bring up, panel? Anything else interesting we would like to talk about?
Come on, Jay Dunn, you got it.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out, and I'm just gonna ask y'all how traditional do we need to be? Like, because I can open up the car door. I can open up the door, let you go walk in first. But for how long? How many months in the relationship do I need to do that? Like that's the thing. I don't start nothing that I can't finish, y'all. I don't start nothing I can't finish. So, I do the car door, but for 7 or 8 months down the line, I'm still opening up the car door. Or still let you walk in first. And one thing about me, I will pump your gas. I'll pump your gas. I'll get out and stand there waiting for the pump. That's me. I feel like that's me trying to be a gentlewoman. And I'll pump your gas, do all this. But how long do you do these things?
I mean, you do it as long as you do it as long as you want to. And if she's willing to, help you out, I got it. Don't worry about it. It's up to each his own. It's not no time frame.
All right, unknown caller in the building. How are you doing, caller? What's on your mind?
Greetings, panel. QI, how you guys doing this evening?
We're doing good.
We're doing all right.
I'm doing just fine. This is Juju Moon.
Ooh,
I
nice
called
name.
in before, and I'm trying to catch up on your shows. I'm kind of tired today, but I'm listening right now, and I have a question for you ladies, all three of you.
Okay.
No.
I don't want you all to take this the wrong way because I'm coming from a perspective. I'm not a gay woman, but my sister is, and I have friends who are, and other family members who are. And here's what I noticed, and I want you all to help me with this. I've told my friends about this. I noticed that studs seem to be so innocent. It's like studs walk around like the world is full of flowers and perfume and pink teddy bears or whatever. You know what I'm saying? How they deal with people, in my opinion. But it's aggressive femmes, they be strapped up. My sister has never dated. She likes those aggressive femmes, and they all would be strapped up and gripped up. And me and my sister, we would ask her, my sister's girlfriend, why do you stay strapped like that? We used to call her about it. And when we asked her, why did she stay strapped like that? She said, because your sister acts like fat meat ain't greasy. She said, niggas be out here trying to try her, and by trying her, they're trying me. So I gotta be ready. And my sister said, oh, that's all in her mind. But I noticed that. Like, I'm looking at you guys now, and you guys are innocent to me. Like, you don't see how the world is mean-spirited. I hope I'm making sense. If you can answer that question, why are studs so innocent? They, you know what I'm saying? They have this goodwill for everyone, and I appreciate that. But it seems like the femmes, the I guess you're calling them aggressive femmes. They, like I said, they stay strapped.
I think that it has to do with having like rose-tinted glasses. Because for me, I ain't have no reason to view people to be the enemy or opposition. I don't have any reason to. Like, I legitimately will take people for face value, take people for what they present on the surface. And I've learned in the past that sometimes you can't do that with people, where you take what's on the surface or what people have told you. You have to think differently about things. But I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't call us innocent, but I do feel like that a lot of the awareness that feminine women have, we don't have that awareness. Like, we just don't.
Okay.
Like, women will.
Your mic doing something again, Jay Dunn.
Update, Jay Dunn. Go ahead. Yeah, like it's chopping up a little bit. It might be your signal or your mic connection.
Okay.
Go ahead, DC Kool-Aid. Wait.
No, you go ahead. I'm gonna go next.
All right, look at you.
Can y'all hear me now? Is my mic working now?
It's still choppy.
Okay, dang.
What I would like to say about that is, see, most people, that's exactly why I decided to, sort of do this show, because most people have the wrong impression, in my opinion, about like the true roles or the true way that a stud and a femme relationship works, even a stud and aggressive femme relationship. Most people think that, like the stud is, when you say dominant or whatever, that, we're the ones going around bossing, the femme and telling her what to do and all of that. No, if you really think about it, the studs are the passive ones in the relationship, because we're the ones that are the givers. We're the ones that want to make sure that, she's pleased. We're the ones that wants to make sure that she's happy, or that spoils her. So, so like, yeah, and you know what that requires? That requires us, being, sort of like the passive one a lot of times, versus being, the aggressive one. To give and to make happy and to please, because most femmes are spoiled. To be honest with you, they're spoiled, and you're right. You're exactly right. Most femmes, they're the aggressive ones. Most femmes are, just like heels, lipsticks, and guns. The name says it all. They ready for it, and they bout it. And you're right. But that's just the nature of most of our relationships, though. In reality. In reality, it's not like what people think. It's not like the studs are, just the dominant ones running out here and, telling a film what to do or anything like that. So what do you have to say, DC Kool-Aid?
You basically saying what I was about to say, because it depends on, and then it depends on the individual. Some studs are exactly like some femmes are. It just depends on that person. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. We like to spoil. We like to do this and do that. Make sure the house is right. We make sure the bills are paid. We don't really have time to be, being so aggressive about that. I mean, yeah, we got aggressive when it comes to that, but on the majority, 99%, we just doing our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Doing our thing.
That was a good question and a good observation, Juju. And you're one of my favorite callers.
Oh, thank you.
So you have any other questions or anything? Yeah, I want you to stay, because you always bring good points.
Well, I really appreciate that. And you guys explained it for me. That is just what I have been noticing. And, me and my sisters when my sister would meet an aggressive femme, and if they were too, a little bit too aggressive, and they would argue on things, and we would have to say, hey, all right now, we would tell my sister, look, I know you can't do nothing with her, but we just got to let her know we're right here. And it was cute, but like I said, it's just as you all said, they seem to be aggressive. And that's just from my perspective. I know not all relationships are the same, but I'm just talking about what I have seen, what I have witnessed, you know? And and I said that came to my mind because while I'm listening to the show, I'm tired, but I'm looking at you guys, you three, and y'all look so innocent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just detect innocence. Like, yeah, we're going to go on over here and have a good time. But it's that aggressive femme that's thinking, yeah, but I'm going to have to be ready because I know somebody going to get out of line, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're right. You're right. But you know what? To be honest with you, like me personally, I don't like too passive women. I like an aggressive femme. I like somebody that's going to keep me in line a little bit.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
I hate to say this, QI, but you sound like my sister. She loves women that she can't do nothing with. She loves those kind of women.
And I have to back you up on that, QI. Can y'all hear me? I want to make sure.
Yeah, you sound way better.
Okay, well, I can agree with QI. And the thing is, you know, being with somebody who is a little bit more aggressive than you are, I feel like they have a different outlook of the world because we didn't have to be aggressive like that, regardless of whatever might have happened. You know, you just don't. Like, for the most part, we just chilling, hanging out with friends or hanging out with guy friends or whatever. So we don't have to be aggressive. We don't see the different angles, how women can come at you. Like, to be honest, we are naive to a lot of things to a certain degree, because, you know, feminine women have their own mindset, even though we are women, but they have their own train of thought to where they might want to do something or whatever. And so then you will get with an aggressive femme who already know, hey, she trying to do XYZ. This is her agenda. But you don't know that. So, you know, it is easy for sometimes women can run over you because you really you're not looking to see, you know, that they might be coming for you or trying to see the bad in them.
But then you got to think of the age, you know, the age bracket, the maturity, you know what I'm saying? Because then you have the younger dominant studs, you know, they real aggressive because they trying to prove a point. But when you reach a certain age, you know, you don't have time for that.
Well said.
You know, you more mature now, so that's how I look at it.
No, I agree with you, DC. I do. And I agree with you.
They still have it in them, though. Even when they get older, they still got that in them.
You so like anything else? I like the fact that you coming from you're watching your sister, observing your sister, because it's like things that we wouldn't see about ourselves. So what else have you observed?
Baby,
I how do I say this?
Just say it.
Well, in line with what you said, I noticed that my sister and her friend, now I haven't seen her in a while, but her best friend was a stud, or is a stud just like her. I know she hasn't changed. They would be so innocent. Like when we would go to functions, they would be so innocent trying to hit on women. You know what I'm saying? And these chicks, and my other sister would say, look, just give it to her straight. Stop going to buy drinks and just dropping drinks off and acting like you work for her. Tell her you like her. You know what I'm saying? And she would say, well, I got my own way of doing things, and you guys just don't understand. So I have to agree with you and Jay Dunn that, you guys don't see the game. I see, and I'm calling it game. You guys don't always see the game. So I guess that's where the innocent perspective comes in.
You have to elaborate, because it seems like you're trying to tell us something, and I want you to go ahead and tell us what you mean the game, because it seems like you're like
going around it.
Yeah, don't go around it. Come on, out with it, because you might
straight out. Just be straight blunt.
Well, now this is just my opinion. I don't want to offend anybody, right? but it seems like and I keep putting these titles on them by saying aggressive femme or aggressive women. It just seems like they feel like they have the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? Like they know going in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It just seems like they already know the game. It's in their mind. They know you're checking them out. They know you like them, and they are going to put you through some type of test. I guess that's the norm. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I see where you're coming from. Exactly.
How old is your sister?
Unnecessary test.
How old is your sister?
Are you still muted?
Mm-mm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, I was wondering if she left.
No, how old is your sister? DC Kool-Aid asks, how old was your sister?
38.
Oh, she grown.
Yeah, see, that's the thing too. Like, studs are generally like real films know the studs. Like people who've been out here a while, they know. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to redo it in just a moment. We got 4 minutes, but let me go ahead and answer this. What's up, Deshaun? What's up?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
You always call when I have to redo the thing.
Can we call back?
Yeah, call right back. Can you call right back
Okay.
Juju Moon? Please.
Okay, I'll call back.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah, Juju was saying some interesting stuff. I want her to call back.
Let me reset real quick. Okay, go ahead and answer that. My answer to that question would be, to what she said, like what a lot of people don't know is that studs are actually like, they're shy. They're actually like, studs are generally like shy. Studs are, what else do they say about us? Real films know that, we're not, like people think the perception of a stud is actually not what it is. And then at the end of the day, we're still individuals as well. We're still like our own individual selves, but most studs are generally like shy, shy and
what I can say.
You done got Jay. Good. Watch out now, there.
It's my turn to talk now. What I can say is I don't have a shy bone in my body, but when I'm interested, I try to be more poised. I try to be more poised in a circumstance, and then also I will say I'm more quiet because I'm observing the situation that I'm in.
Right.
So I'm just not gonna come through and be like, Jay Dunn wants to. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, okay. Because I really do believe that no matter what is gay or straight, most people treat that like a job interview. You're really gonna sell up the best parts of yourself. I've noticed that in relationships where they will sell up the best parts of themselves so that you can decide if this is what you want to do. And then you kind of have to find out about the other parts of themselves later on. Like nobody's gonna go to the job interview and be like, "Look, I be late once a week. I'm just gonna be XYZ." People not gonna come to an interview and say that.
Right.
And so that's something that I had to learn as far as dating. But I wouldn't call myself shy at all. But I get what QI is saying. I think that we really just sit back and observe for the most part.
All right, Deshaun, you back in the building?
Yeah, what's going on, y'all?
Not much. Can y'all hear Deshaun panel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Okay. But I wanted to bring up something, QI, y'all, like from a gay male perspective.
Good.
And I don't know if y'all know gay males with this same perspective, but it's hard for me to have a man like wine and dine me and pay for me. I just prefer to take care of my own self. So I just have to sort of like establish that dominance at the beginning to show that I could take care and I can afford my own. So do you think that's sort of normal to not feel comfortable having a person pay for you, but willing to do the same for your own self in return?
I got an answer if it's okay.
I got one too.
I got one too, but go ahead. I'm gonna go first.
Hold on. So this Deshaun we talking to, right? Deshaun?
Yeah.
Deshaun, like, you know, that's a luxury that you having this struggle where you need to feel like you can pay for yours, because in this world, in lesbian world, like some women just come into it out the gate assuming that you're supposed to. Like, this your job. But we both women now. This ain't my job to pay for everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead, DC.
Because I feel like sometimes people say, well, since you paying, then
goodbye.
What happened?
It hung up.
No. I don't know what's going on. Hold up. All right, wait. Hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta see what's going on here. My fault.
Why you doing that, QI? Y'all, I done ran out of my water. I need
Water
to
break,
more.
You got 2 seconds. 5 minutes.
5 minutes? No, but while QI trying to get everything together, I'm about to go fill up my water.
Okay.
All right. Well, what I want to say, Deshaun, I'm gonna call you back. But what I wanted to say, let me take care of this. I'm gonna let you talk while I do this. DC Kool-Aid. But what I wanted to say is, like, a lot of us, because of our backgrounds and stuff like that, a lot of times we do have problems accepting stuff from other people.
Right. You know why? Because see, my input about that, because sometimes when people do for you, you don't know what their intentions are or their motives, you know, or then they think because they did for you, you supposed to do for them, you know. So like I said, it depends on the situation. He might figure, you know, he want to do it for himself because he's not sure if he want to get with that person, you know.
Well, and not just that, it's like, it depends on how you're raised. Like, for instance, he's a he's a male, he's a man.
Right.
So especially if he's the only son or the only boy, you know, he's, you know, like if he was raised, like, you know, most people raise their sons or whatever to do, you know, like for, you know, the family.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, like, if you came up in a family dynamics where, you know, you're used to giving a lot, then some of us do have problems accepting, you know, like accepting things from others. Right. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with being independent. And then, you know, in any relationship, whether it be male and female, it's okay to be 50-50. You know, it's okay to be 50-50, or it's okay to, you know, do Dutch, you know, it's Dutch, you know, it doesn't have to, it depends on the relationship. Mm-hmm. You know, some people, like if you watch Wade and Excel and different things like that, you can see that a lot of times when you depend wholeheartedly on another person, then that could put you in a position, you know, towards the end. So in my opinion, you know, like I tell, like my sister, you know, it's never good to be put, you know, in a position where, you know, like you have to rely on that person and you have to put up with anything and everything that person brings to the table. It's better to be in a position where, you know, you can, you know, like if anything were to happen or anything, you're still self-sufficient. But, you know, in my opinion, so there's nothing wrong with, in my opinion, you know, going Dutch or, you know, but at the same time, it's nothing wrong with sometimes accepting things from them. You know, like, except, you know, if somebody offers you something, you know, like, take it. Because some people get offended when you don't take it. And at least they're trying to do something nice for you. Mm-hmm. Okay. But so it's okay to take stuff. You know, it's okay to, you know, receive. But at the same time, you know, like you know, I just feel like, you know, everybody needs to keep a certain, bit of independence. That would be my answer.
See, but the only thing, like when I was dealing with females in the past, and that's why I explained to Lisa, I was never the one that get anything from anybody. So it was like I was always the giver, or I was the payer, or, you know, so it was like when somebody say what you want, I've never really asked what I want because I never get what I want. So I just go get it myself.
That's, you know what I'm saying?
So it's like, so when Lisa give me something now, it feel weird because I'm not used to getting exactly what I want. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that comes, if you ask for a $200-$300 purse, you got it, or a piece of jewelry, you got it. If some shoes, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it depends on the person.
One thing I will say, y'all, and I just got back, but one thing I will piggyback on that, y'all. I remember my first time where I got roses. Like, and I don't do nothing with no flowers. I don't do nothing with no flowers.
That's
but
me.
not that. Like, thank you. Like, I don't know what I'm about to do. Them flowers died probably within a day or two because I didn't know how to keep up no flowers. But it was the thought. Like,
Right.
you know, and sometimes it's really just the thought. Because us as the more masculine people or the more masculine woman in the relationship, we will try to go above and beyond to a certain degree just to make your day.
Right.
Sometimes that's not given in return. And it's just more so because it's thought that we should be content with what's going on. Like, we should be content with this. But the first time I got roses, y'all, I didn't ask for them. I got them. I didn't know what to do. Like, when the man came delivered at my door, I was like, what? Like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm about to do with some flowers. But again, it was the thought.
Right.
You know, somebody thinking about you. That's what's important. It's really about the thought.
Right. That's funny though, because I'm saying, well, like, what I'm gonna do with these?
Right. I was like, I don't know.
That's why when I got in a relationship, I say, shoot, you buy me a pair of socks, I'll be happy. Roses and flowers is just not me. You know, give me some balloons.
Balloons that's gonna deflate in like 4 days.
Nah, if you get them from the Dollar Tree, they last a whole 2 months.
But yeah, like, so like that, some of that comes from our family dynamics and stuff like that. And just like, let me tell you something. One of my best relationships, and you know, this was my last, well, no, the relationship before the last one. I was actually about to, you know, we were gonna get married. But one of the best things about her was, you know, like, I came in, you know, like a stud, and I was giving. But one of the things that really, really like tied me to her, made me really care a lot about her, is that, you know, she gave in return. You know, sometimes she would just be like, come on, let me do something for you. Come on, let me do something for you. Or, you know, like, just like one time per se, she took me on a date. She was like, don't ask no questions. She picked out what I was going to wear. She picked, you know, she just said a time. She said, meet me here. And, you know, and like she went and took me to all the things that I like to do. You know, that made me just feel good. And it made me feel special. The fact that, you know, like, she gave back in return. She showed me some love in return, because that's another thing. You know, studs need love in return too. Like, tops would need, you know, in a gay relationship, a top would need love, you know, and some, you know, and to receive some love and attention as well, you know. So like, to go in and to say that it's just, you know, that just because you're the dominant, that you don't need any love, or, you know, or to be shown appreciation, you know, that's making a relationship a little off balance. Everybody needs to show love. You know, the stud or top needs to know, you know, that they're loved and appreciated as well. So I think, you know, it's a balance. I think that really, when you look at it as a balance, it takes the weight off. And this is why, another reason why I like studs, like I think Juju Moon was saying, studs get used, you know, studs get put in positions of being used a lot, because, you know, like, women automatically think, you know, that's that stereotype going around that, you know, studs take care of everything, you know, that we purchase, you know, that, you know, like, you know, a stud gonna take care of you better than a man. And so, you know, that's how we end up getting ourselves in a situation of where we get used all the time, because of the simple fact that, you know, we don't go, like, we take that role on, instead of looking at it like, you know, no, a relationship is 50-50. You know, a real relationship is 50-50, is give and take. You know, like, it's give and take. Everybody, you know, like, everybody needs to be shown, you know, it needs to be a balance, not just one way. You know, like, being in a relationship where it's just one way and you're never getting anything, you know, that's like, you know, that's like, at the end of the day, you know, that's not good.
Yeah, and I really do think that it's just more so because let me see. Other side of 40 asked, what do you prefer to receive as a token of affection if you don't like flowers or roses? Just asking. For me, I just want to know that you're paying attention. That you're paying attention. And it could be the smallest thing. Like, I don't require much at all. But, you know, if you are paying attention to my likes or my dislikes, you know, like y'all, I consider myself, and this is about to be crazy, but I consider myself a pickle connoisseur. Yeah, I love pickles. Like I do. I will go and find I will go and find a new type of pickle. Like I'll go to the farmer's market. I'll be looking for pickles.
Everybody send J Dunn some pickles to her PO box.
I will. And so if you paid attention enough to know that this is a new pickle that I haven't tried before, maybe you want me to try this pickle. Okay, thank you for this. You know, because that's something that
You're gonna be singing like Little Rascals. I love pickles.
but for real, that's one of my things. Like I'm really, really simple. I'm simple now. I'm simple. But you know, if you think about the things that I like and you pay attention to the things that I like, or if you know that I need this thing or that thing, like something simple, you paid attention. Those types of things. Which I mean, I take a rose, but I just don't do roses. You know?
They're gonna put pickles with some roses on your ass. Pickles. Do they got pickle song? Shit.
Are you trying to find one?
All right, family. I upgraded the plan as I should have done last week. So I have a new call-in number now. I'm supposed to be unlimited. And the new call-in number is on the screen. It's 866-280-3067. I upgraded the plan, so I have a new call-in number.
You need to send me that information so I can put that on my channel.
This call-in?
Yeah, email me that info.
Okay. All right.
I can use that on Saturdays.
All right, no problem. So like feel free to feel free to call in now. I got it all set up. It's and we're ready to go. But let's continue the conversation. Any questions or anything from the chat?
She like pickles.
Okay, let me do something here, y'all. Go ahead and continue to talk because I'm
I actually like kosher pickles.
Well, I like all types of pickles. And y'all, let me give y'all a quick backstory. The reason why I like pickles is because my grandmother used to actually make them homemade.
Oh,
so when I used to stay with her during the summertime, her and my grandpa, they used to would make pickles. And you know, I grew up eating pickles. And you know, since my grandparents have passed away, I've always wanted to try different pickles to see if anybody could do it like they did.
Okay.
And I think that's really the backstory of it. But yeah, I like pickles now. Do.
Now I understand.
I don't even know if I should take it seriously, DC, or not.
I got you.
Yeah. I had a feeling Deshaun had some other questions. So like I would love really I want to send it. I'd rather send Deshaun the link. But go ahead and call in if you can't call back if you can, Deshaun. I said I was gonna call you, but I'm gonna wait and let you come in. Okay, Heels, Sticks and Guns said, does anybody wait a minute, not the pickles. Hold on. Does anyone want pickles? Hill said, does anyone want kids or a family of their own?
Does anyone want kids or a family of their own?
DC?
Actually, I have a family. And I have kids. I have a 27-year-old and I have a 14-year-old. The 27 is mine's, and my fiance, he's 14, which both of them are our kids, along with the fiance of my daughter. He's 33, so he's our big kid. So we have a whole family at my house. And if you follow us on DC Kool-Aid and Lisa, you can see our family, how we react and do things as a family.
All right, Deshaun back in the building. Sorry about that, brother. I should have upgraded.
Yeah, you
trying
did.
to be cheap.
You did.
See, if you would have sold some pickles, you've been,
I'm looking at the comments. Somebody said, "Oh, Melissa said I'm looking for that flavor from my childhood." Yes, Melissa. And then somebody said, "What type of pickles?" Other side of 40, all types, especially spicy. But then Sweet Dream said, "If I like pickle chips." Yeah, I like pickle chips. Anything pickle, I like
good.
The pickle sunflower seeds. I like it all.
Jay Dunn like pickles. Let me sing that shit tomorrow at work. My co-worker's gonna be like, "What's wrong with you?"
Did that answer your question, Deshaun?
It did, yeah, it did. I just feel like sometimes with the gay males, it's like if they make a certain amount of money or if they have a certain profession, they feel like they run a relationship. So if they pay for stuff, then that's like, well, I run this, I run you, and I run the way things go. So it's like I have to establish that I could pay for my own stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could take care of my own self. I don't need you to. I might want you now, but I don't need you to pay for me. I can pay for my own. Like we could do 50-50, and that'll work for you to everything.
So let me ask you a question. Have you been in a real relationship that you can trust someone to pay?
It's just things that I've noticed, like dating guys, going on dates, that they sort of try to run stuff if they pay for stuff or if they make a certain amount of money. That they try to run you or run what happens.
Right.
Even like friends I know, gay males. Like,
I mean, that's like that in the straight world.
Where they gonna go type of thing, you know? And I feel like I have to establish that I can take care of myself, but I feel like they think that they can.
Studs to do that too. I mean, it's really some people just have control issues and they think that money mean, when they spend their money on you, that means that they control you, So it's across like that's a situation that's really, it's like depending on what kind of person you get. Because you could find a person and they just don't have any expectations and they just like lavishing you with gifts, but that happens, that doesn't happen that often. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, any other
that's all the questions I have.
Nah, you got some more. Come on, bring it on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Deshaun, you still there?
Yeah, I am.
You got some other questions or some other things, like anything that you could think of. You could like stud, gay man dynamics, anything that any kind of question, period. That would be like good. We're opening up conversation and helping people to have understanding. So we want you, we glad that you're a decent gay man and you're on here and you could like, you could bring up different topics and stuff like that like we could, bring to the forefront.
I have one more thing. I just don't like when people bring up like sexuality, like regarding gay males. So it's like whoever does what in the bedroom, your roles are diminished. But I think men are men, like sexuality is sexuality. People like what they don't like it, but men are men. And I don't think that a person should feel like, well, if you do this in the bedroom, you have to wash dishes or you have to cater to the masculine man type of thing. I just think men are men. We both have to take care of each other, but I don't think you have to do certain roles, certain gender roles because you do a certain thing in the bedroom. I don't like that. We both could cook. We both could take out the trash, even though I don't like to do neither, and I can't cook, but I don't feel like a certain role you do in the bedroom should decide what type of thing you do in your daily life regarding a relationship with the man you with.
You know
how you have sex.
you know what? I'm like slowly, like I am slowly converting to that belief as well. I mean, like I like stud fits, you know, stud fits me. But at the same time, it's like I found just like a lot of people, you know, because it's like we're moving like in the LGBT community, the labels and all of that stuff changes. So we have to stay on our educational thing. But you know, like I'm moving towards a lot of the millennials and stuff like that, and you know, they're saying like I'm uncategorized or I don't like labels. Because at the end of the day, you know, like labels make it easy in the fact that, you know, like when you're coming in, you know, it's like this automatic, it's like somewhat of an automatic expectation. But the thing that where labels mess it up, it takes out the spontaneity because it's, you know, based on the relationship.
Yeah.
So,
and
you know,
do you ladies feel like the title stud, like, is it pressure to sort of be like this type of domineering type of person that runs stuff and tell the woman what to do? Do you feel like it's that pressure like society brings to like quote unquote studs to be this type of domineering type of person?
Yeah, I do.
I do too. Yeah, that's why I stopped. I'm like, don't tell. I ain't calling myself that. Like, because it's some big shoes to fill now. It's some big shoes to fill. And if I feel like, you know, I just want to chill out and I ain't trying to tell you what to do or what to do today. I don't want to. Like, I know. Like, so, but people expect certain things from you. Or even if you want to be emotional. I mean, because despite what people want to think, studs still we still have the same woman features every month that everybody else. And like sometimes you just don't, you might be emotional, you might be sad, things happening around you. And I don't want to be forced to have a mask on. I don't want to be forced to have to, you know, change my face and change my thoughts or whatever, because I'm trying to live up to what you think I should be. I just want to be.
That's a good point.
And then see, what I don't like about the thing that I don't like about the stud, it's not that like in the real definition of a stud, I fit 100%. But you know, to people who are not that knowledgeable of the lifestyle, and to you know, like people new to the lifestyle, or people who you know to the heterosexual world, they think that a stud is supposed to be a man, or like a man, or like we want to be like a man, when that's not the case. You know, they're expecting us to be like they're expecting us to be everything that you know a man was. When no, we're not that. We're women. We're like women that likes to cater to other women. And so, you know, like that's the thing that makes me not like the title, because it's like people get it mixed up. You know, they feel like, you know, they get it mixed up. I want to be me. You know, I don't want to have to, you know, I want to be me. I don't want to be like a man. I never wanted to be like a man. You know I'm a woman all day long, you know, and I want to be able to experience a relationship like with another person without, you know, like, and then be able to be spontaneous, you know, without, you know, having being in this box.
Yeah, I agree with that, QI. And even back, like, to support what you just said, even to the point to where if you just emotional, you just emotional, y'all. Like, I don't want to be, because I got a label on me, that now I can't even be emotional.
Yeah,
like, yeah, like, or for you to talk to me a certain type of way, and I'll be like,
yeah,
I'm hurt. Like, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
You know, but because I'm a stud, I'm supposed to take that mess and I'm supposed to keep on moving.
I ain't gonna lie, I cry.
Right. Like, it hurt.
I cry. Studs cry too. I need a banner that says studs cry too.
I'm gonna make a shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some shirts. Studs cry too. Yeah, they're expecting
put a teardrop on it.
And I'm glad we brought that up.
Come on, y'all, let's cry. Ready? Let's go.
I'm glad we brought that up, because Deshaun also, you know, like that's what's wrong with society in a sense, because You know, that comes from society, because it's wrong for I feel for society to expect men not to have emotions or never to show emotions.
Yeah.
Like, men cry too, and it's okay that men cry. Everybody has emotions. People look at crying like, I don't know what it is. It's emotion, you know, and everybody has emotions. You should be afraid of people who don't cry.
Now that's real. That's true tea right there, QI. That's true tea. That's true tea, man.
Unknown caller, how you doing? Don't go anywhere, Deshaun. We could all talk at one time. Unknown caller, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. This is Juju Moon. You told me to call back?
Yeah, welcome back. You're here with the discussion. You can chime in at any time. We're just gonna, keep discussing.
Hey, Juju.
Hey. I have another question for you all when you're ready.
Shoot. Hold on. Let me get ready.
Listening to you all elaborate on relationships. And I was thinking, and here's my question. I was thinking that respect is the primary thing, regardless to which role you choose to play, or however you play that role, or however we on the outside looking in see it. Still, in the relationship between you and your lady, or you and your significant other, or your partner, respect is the primary thing, because respect is indicative of order. So you can be emotional, or you can buy the gifts, or be the one who opens the car door. And if someone respects you, they'll return those favors.
Exactly.
Do you guys see where I'm going?
Exactly.
I want to know if you guys agree with that, and how do you feel about the respect factor, how it clears the way for a functioning relationship?
I'm with you 100%. That's exactly how I look at it, and that's exactly what I expect. I'm going to be the one that's going to initiate, giving you the gifts and doing all of these things for you. But, I want you on your own to show me that you appreciate it by sometimes just for surprising me with a little something, and, respect.
No, I agree with that too. And one thing I do think of, respect is a huge factor, and it really can make or break anything. And it's weird because you can get in a circumstance or a relationship, and there might be a lack of respect on either side of the coin. And when there is a lack of respect, that totally, no matter what role you playing, it shifts the dynamic of the relationship, in my opinion. But I do agree that, just because I'm the more masculine person here, that doesn't mean that I don't like nice things. That doesn't mean that I don't want you to do something nice for me from time to time. That doesn't mean that I don't need a pick me up. That doesn't mean that. And I feel like, people just look at the clothes that we wear, and it's crazy because right now, y'all, we just talking about clothes. We talking about clothes right now. Like, as far as stud, femme, all this, it's really clothes.
Now we're talking about an energy too. We're talking about an energy too. Like, like most studs do have a certain energy, certain energy, but it's not the energy that most people expect.
Right.
It's a different type of masculine. It's a different type of masculine energy that comes off, but it's not the type of masculine energy that most people, really expect. Okay. Or let me put it this way. Society's definition of masculinity is totally off.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Therefore, like most studs, we have that the true masculine energy. However, because of society's definition of masculinity being off, a lot of times, it's off with us as studs as well. And I get your respect thing as well, Juju, because here's the thing that, we often forget when it comes down to any relationship, especially us as, Black people. It's like the family dynamics, like the way that people act generally comes from the way that they were raised.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. Could it be that those of us who are outside of the community and looking in, and even for some people who are part of the LGBT community, could it be that we don't understand androgyny as it relates to studs?
Facts.
Because, and when I say androgyny, I mean literally. I'm not talking about genetics. I'm talking about a spirit of androgyny where it's male and female. You know this
combined
is a woman.
together.
Mm-hmm. She has some of the same issues that you experience, but you don't understand androgyny. There's a spirit in her that duality. And in ancient times, they said that is the duality right there.
Right.
It's the woman that, you see what I'm saying?
And I'm androgynous. Like with me.
Me too. I feel the same way. And I feel like I have claimed that label for a long time. So I'm happy that she brought it up.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
Mm-hmm. I'm androgynous. And I like it. You know, like I felt like when I came out, I didn't know how to act, right? So, you know, like really, like I didn't know how to act. I started trying to act like a man. You know, and I'm being honest. I was walking around trying to grip myself, and you know, lady, she said, she told me, she said, you know, she was like, you know, you're real cute. She said, but you know, if I wanted a man, I would be with a man. And it made me look at myself. And then, you know, like, so then I started realizing that I didn't feel like I was uncomfortable with not being me. So I started to embrace, you know, I started to fall into being me. And then when I fell into being me, that was the answer. And me was androgynous.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that word should be, how do I say, elaborated on more in the community, that people should understand androgyny? And if they understood androgyny, then they wouldn't judge you and pigeonhole you into a certain box, because then they would understand that your energies are coming from both spheres.
Right. You know, that's a good, you know what, that is, I don't know how we could go about doing that, but that would be like, that would, you know, answer the question. You know, don't look at me like a man, look at me androgynous, like I'm a feminine and masculine energy combined together.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's good, Juju. That's good, Juju.
Just do it. You don't have to try to do it. Just do it. Bring the conversation up. And then as people, you see, as we know better, we do better. And I'm saying that because growing up with all women, and we live a very close life. And so I know my sister like I know the back of my hand. And and as soon as my dad would ask us to do tough things, she would boss up on him and say, I'm a girl. Don't forget that. You know, she would tell my dad that. You know? And I just think we need to put that word out there so that people can understand and stop putting folks in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Because that explains it all. Even if we're talking about it, appearance, you know that in appearance, you know that this woman has a masculine energy, but you know that she is female.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And so then move accordingly after you understand that. So maybe studs should just drop that on folks. You know, I'm androgynous, period.
That's a good idea. What did you have to say, Deshaun? You were chiming in.
Real quick though, but I'm gonna say that when I go to the female bathroom.
I feel like with society, they only see things as feminine and masculine. So sometimes it's hard to see things as androgynous because, like, people are so set on either you this or the other.
Right.
Know? So
right.
The duality with being like in between might be a hard concept sometimes for people to grasp.
Yeah, because you know, like even if you're androgynous, I can't even say it right now. Androgynous, you it doesn't mean you half and half. It just means you are who, you know, however your mixture of energy mixes, that's how your energy mixes. That's who we are. You know, we're all individuals. So it doesn't mean that it, like, and people always feel like everything has to be just alike or identical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one thing that I do want to add too, just talking about androgyny, is that it's a misconception that, well, when I first heard about androgyny, it's been because women are androgynous, but men can also be. It's really and in between, like how you are, how you feel comfortable, your energy, your spirit, you know, the clothes that you wear, different things like that.
Well, Deshaun is androgynous. Rico is androgynous, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so men, you know, it doesn't apply to just women. It applies to whomever has that even feminine masculine balance, or that feminine masculine energy together.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, that was good. That's why I like you, Juju Moon, because you bring up some good. You be bringing it.
Yeah, Juju did that.
Okay, that's my job.
Okay, so what's the next one? I'm ready for the next one now.
She gonna say that one for next week.
Well,
she gonna put that in her notepad and be like,
well, if I can let you all know this, I want to tell you what I feel in my mind, having researched, you know, the Black woman. What I see as powerful, in my own opinion, this is just powerful to me. When I see a woman that's a stud and she's a mom, she's had a baby, you know, she's given birth, and so some people are so perplexed by it. Like, when did you find out? That's their first question. When did you find out? But really, it's when you look at that, when you step outside and you look at that, that is a mixture of both worlds. You see what I'm saying? She's androgynous and she's a mother. Mm-hmm. And so it takes a strong woman, I feel, to be both.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't even know, like, that's what I'm saying. When I found myself, I felt good about it. You know, like, it's like I don't have to do anything extra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. I wanted to say, the other thing I wanted to say before we go too far along, I wanted to say this. Now, DC said something that made me sad. She talked about how she's always been a giver, or had been in the past. And one of the reasons for that situation was because she never got what she actually wanted. So, and I used to have that problem in my family and with my ex, and my family members would re-gift me. And me trying to hold on to that stellar position in the family, I would be okay with it. But after years and years of getting the ugly necklaces and pajamas that I just wouldn't even wear to go take the trash out, I started telling people, hey, there's a couple of things that I like at these websites. I'm going to send it to you, you know. And there was a very expensive book, a $500 book. And one of my family members sent me an email saying, you tried it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I start letting them know what I want, because I think what I was doing was I was allowing them to let it be okay just to give me whatever. Mm-hmm. If what I want is expensive and you respect me and you know that I'm a giver, then you need to save up and give me what I want or what I like, if you respect me.
Mm-hmm. Right. And you know something too, psychologically, this is coming from a Black dysfunctional family type of situation. Like, you know, like, it just, like, sometimes I don't know how to, some people in their family, some children in their family, they never get to be children. They always have, you know, they have to grow up being the adults. Because, you know, we can't deny that there is a lot of, you know, abuse that goes on within the Black families. And that's what I mean. Like, you know, like, most people, they're looking at stuff like people are supposed to walk out and be perfect. No, we have dysfunction in the Black communities. Therefore, a lot of us have issues. And, you know, to say that you're going to be able to come out here and find a perfect person, or a person that doesn't have any issues, is being real unrealistic. And we have to stop doing that. And then, just like, even when we look at the YouTube situation here, we have a lot of dysfunctional people hurting other people. And and then see, here's the thing, we don't, like, it's gotten to the point where nobody knows how to stop.
Right.
And then it's even to the point where, you know, before you look around, you might get caught up in that.
But see, this is when you dismiss yourself. You know, you don't have to really, you know, condone or cater to the drama. That's like when I told you when I first started, you know, talking to you guys, I don't do drama. I don't have time for that. And I gotta tell people, I'm not afraid. I'm 53 years old. You don't see no gray hairs. I ain't never colored my hair because no one would stress me. You know what I'm saying? So Lisa's stupid.
You know she do.
Yeah, but I stay away from that. I might listen to it to buy pastime or something like that, but to like literally condone into it, no. Sometimes you just have to dismiss yourself from it.
Everybody condones it because if you're watching it, you're condoning it.
No, I'm just bypassing time. Like, why the hell? Okay.
A lot of us rubberneck. Let's not get it. Like, you know, in this section, the messy channels, they get the views. So, you know, like, so you're condoning it by watching it. You're condoning it by supporting it. You know, and I'm not talking about you specifically, but I'm talking about other people. But let me get back on the topic that I was saying before. One of the things as Black people that we have to stop doing is we have a shut off button. It's like, nah, I'm not saying that you can help everybody. I'm not saying that you should help everybody, but we have to stop. It's like we want to, like when we find a person with some issues, we're like, oh, it's time to cut them off. And so therefore, a lot of people are going unhelped. And so, you know, even in a relationship, it's like if we keep walking around thinking that, you know, everybody a relationship is going to be perfect, then we're never going to be in a relationship.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true, QI, but how about this? You have to be in a position spiritually to help somebody.
That's true.
If you're getting into a relationship and that person needs help and that person has an energy that is detrimental to your spirit, that's not a relationship you want to get into, because
that's true.
Drama and negative energy is bad luck. Mm-hmm. If you watch it and partake in it, then you're consuming it. Mm-hmm. And there is a spirit about that. People need to understand that there's a spirit about that. And if you will pay attention to your life, when you partake in it, when you consume it, notice how your day goes after that and the next day, because there is an energy attached to it. And if you entertain that energy, then you're going to take it on. And what we must do is be stronger mentally and emotionally intelligent. Because when we're emotionally intelligent, we understand we first have to guard our spirit. Mm-hmm. And if you got to be in a relationship with someone where you got to guard your spirit, that is a huge red flag.
Right.
That's a huge red flag.
That's true. Now, I'm not saying that.
And if you take on someone that is wounded spiritually and in a dark place or evil, then guess what? Expect to have that in your life at all times, and you don't have the right to expect respect from them because you already understand that they're wounded. So whatever they do to you, you're just open season for it. The best thing to do is to walk away from them.
Right.
I'm not saying be mean to them, but the best thing is to throw up some deuces to them and keep it pushing, because that bad luck keeps the person that's really for you from coming into your life.
That's true. Now let me ask you this.
Right there.
Now let me ask you
this. You need
this.
to write a book, Miss Juju.
Yeah.
Right. She coming through. Now she coming through on the ones and twos.
Now let me ask you this, Juju. Okay, so like in terms of especially the Black female. You know that 80% of the black women out here have been through some type of abuse. So like,
right, I understand that. I understand that.
I know. And so like, when we're talking about like, cause I don't want to go into that. I don't want to really go into that on this particular topic, but the topic that we talked about before. Okay, because
right.
of like not being like in it's intentional. I put it that way. Okay, so like how are we gonna help our sisters?
Well, here's the thing. You help them by teaching. I'm not saying that you have to deal with that person intimately or be in close quarters with them. It's not your job to knock them over the head with knowledge. You see? Because here's the thing. If in order to help somebody, you have to be in their calamity, then that's going to drag you down. Okay? And people that are wounded, they know it. They may not let on like they know it, but they know it. So then what happens is they begin to use you because that energy is draining. So while they're using you and you get used up, the thing to remember is it's okay to use me sometimes because I may need to use you, but don't abuse me. Let's understand the difference here.
Okay.
I may need a favor. You may need a favor. We're using one another, and using may sound like a strong word, but it's abuse that I'm concerned about. You can use me. You may need me to do something for you, run to the market or whatever, but don't abuse me. I got to draw the line there, because if I'm going to have a spirit that is welcoming and friendly, I need to work on that. It's not like you can stay that way all the time, because that negative energy or those negative people, they just have a way like schlep rock of bringing bad times onto you when you share in their calamity. If you want to help them, you need to know how to do it from afar. There needs to be distance.
Let me ask you
what
this.
I'm saying, because it's bad luck. I'm telling you guys, it's bad luck.
I got you. But let me ask you this. What if, you know, that person with that bad energy is your family, is a close family member?
Okay, with your family,
you got distant them.
Take on a little bit more, but you still have to draw lines with them. Again, use me, because I may need to use you, but don't abuse me. I believe in the Black community, we feel like because we've gone through so many struggles in this North American container that we have a license to abuse one another. No, I'm not going to take the abuse.
Right.
If something happened to you in your childhood, you're not going to take it out on me. I understand that it's challenging, but you're not going to abuse me. I'm not going to be the whipping board for your issues. And we need to learn how to be emotionally intelligent. And if I'm emotionally intelligent,
that's real.
I should be able to know that you're out of line and you're disrespectful. That means you can't be in my cipher. I'm not going to let you make my cipher negative. I'm not going to let you make me have bad days.
I got you.
And worrying nights. No, ma'am. I'm not going to do that.
I got you.
Like Juju, you really coming through with some knowledge, with some heat, man. Like you coming through.
Yeah. And
thank you.
Yeah. I love you, Juju. But okay, now
I love you back.
Now, like just like highly blessed is saying, because this is the thing that I've noticed, like, because I work in mental health, and so you know, so like I've dealt with wounded people and I saw them get better. Okay, so like, and I've noticed that one thing about us in our community, in the Black community, is we throw people away.
Right. Now, Q, I understand what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to throw a person away, but I'm telling you to understand how to guard your energy.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying. Now, listen here. Are you a therapist?
No, I'm not a therapist or a doctor.
Okay, then you have no business tangling with people who have issues, because guess what? If you're not a therapist, you're going to take some of that drama and some of that negative energy home with you.
Well,
and so when you're dealing with your everyday life, you're dealing with their issues as well as yours.
Right. But
and
what
so
if
you're not a licensed therapist, I don't suggest doing that.
Right. What I do, I'm trained. What I do, I'm trained for. You got me?
Right. Now, if you're so here's the thing. It's a conflict of interest to be in a relationship with someone and try to counsel them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Even licensed therapists don't counsel their own family members and their spouses. Why don't they do that? Because they're not able to have a right perspective, if you will. You know, that's because when you look at the thing, you're going to be more giving. You're going to let them slide when they're disrespecting you. You're going to allow them to go the extra mile and cut up on you. Whereas a therapist is going to say, get your ass up out of my office. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I got you.
But if you live with them, you're not going to say that.
Yeah.
That's true, though. That's so true. That's true now.
Yeah, and Highly Blessed was saying that people come with baggage. Nobody is perfect.
No, nobody's perfect, but I'm not trying to partake in another person's drama, bad energy and tragedy. I have sympathy and compassion for them. Understand what I'm saying? I may send a card with some money in it. I may send positive energy by sending them messages that say, you know, you got this. Hope you're having a great day. But I'm not going to let them in my circle, in my cipher, so that I can have that negative spirit on me. No. If they're not perfect, oh well, I'm not perfect. But I'm not getting ready to take on all that baggage.
And Sweet Dream says, as an empath, I clearly agree and understand what Juju is saying. Yeah, I got you.
It's bad QI.
So
next time, I'm gonna give this homework assignment for all of us.
Okay. I
don't partake in drama, and I can't. It doesn't entertain me, you know, because I was in a bad car accident as a kid, and so when everybody else would be outside playing, I was in a cab, so I couldn't. So I had to read books and do things to entertain myself. Having said that, I wasn't interested in what the average kid, teenager, adult was interested in. So I can't partake in it. But I'm going to do this homework assignment with all of us. Partake in some of it. Listen to it. You don't have to you know, get into it, but just partake into it and consume some of it. And chart your life and your emotions for up to 24 hours after you have partaken in it, and see the changes. And you guys will understand what I'm talking about.
Okay, and
it brings you down.
Yeah,
it brings your energy down. It brings you down.
Yeah. Okay, and Vonnie Vaughn wanted to know, what is an empath?
An empath is someone who can, I want to say they're sentient, as well as someone who they sense the feelings of other people, even without touching them. They can sense that energy. They take it on. Like if someone were to come in the room and an empath was in the room and that person had just lost a loved one via a death, and they were very sorrowful and down, an empath will feel that energy right away. They will pick it up. So they tend to take on the problems of the world and feel like they can help everyone because they feel the pain that everyone's feeling, and it drives them crazy.
Would you say I'm an empath?
I would say I hope you're not. And if you are, channel it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Channel that energy into the Black female collective or the LBT community. That way you're not focusing on one individual. Right?
I got you. I see
because
what you're saying.
Here's the thing, QI. If you're gonna be the person that's gonna be a rescue ranger and putting band-aids on your significant other's wounds all the time, and they've got plenty of them, then guess what you're gonna be? You're gonna be sad, and you're not gonna be able to be about the business of your community.
I got you.
And the community of Black women at large, because they're gonna see you as weak. And so then they're thinking, well, why should I listen to her? She allows people to take advantage of her. So what's coming out of her mouth can't be factual. Even though what you're saying may be true, I'm just telling you about, you know, how we are as people. I would hope that I'm mature enough to overlook that, but for the majority of the time, we don't respect people who let other people drag them down. And my dad used to always say, anybody whose ass you are willing to kiss will never respect you. My dad always says that.
Well,
yeah. And Sweet Dream says, as an empath can sense others' pain, I'm an empath. I take in my pain along with others' pain.
That's dangerous. And I know people like being empaths, you know, and they advertise it out, you know, they give readings and so forth and all that. But when you think about it, at the end of the day, they're essentially taking on everyone else's problems and not getting paid for it. I'm not a therapist, so I'm not going to try to do a therapist job.
So, like, yeah, I got you. I'm hearing everything you're saying. It's like, so, like, what is your solution for us? Like, what, you know, just like, I'm not saying you have to get an ideal or, you know, the perfect solution, but like, what direction do you think? I'm about to go off topic a little bit for us as a people. Like, what would be some of the solutions into, for us as a people?
Respect and integrity. I think that's what we're lacking as a people. We don't respect one another's boundaries, and we don't have integrity when dealing with one another. You know how you can do business when we do business with one another. I think the reasons that we struggle in business a lot is because we don't have integrity. I'm not saying that we steal from one another, but I'm saying, like, I'll give you a perfect example. There was a neighbor of mine who opened a business, right? Mm-hmm. So when me and my sister went in there to shop, mind you, we didn't really want anything in her store, but when we went in there, she was on the phone gossiping. And my sister said, I'm not buying shit out of here. I said, well, let's just buy something, to patronize her. But I'm saying that's a lack of integrity. And so I think we need to deal with each other with integrity and respect. If we can do those two things, I think we'll go a long way.
You're right. Because, like, even I've noticed that we've even seen this on YouTube, but a lot of people, like, a lot of us will respect people outside of our race before we'll respect people in our race. And then we will also respect, like, it's like the closely identified that a person is to ourselves, which is self-hatred, the less respect we give them. Like, for instance, Black women on Black women. You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand what you're saying.
Like self-hatred, like we have a lot of self-hatred issues, and it seems like as people we respect, people outside of, the majority of people I've seen, they respect people outside of their race or people not like them quicker than they would respect people that are, they're in their own kindred, in their own, like their own DNA, or in their own, like other Black people.
So you're saying that as far as Black women on Black women, we don't respect one another as Black women? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay, I get it. Well, I feel, and this is just me, and I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I think the problem that we have as Black women is many of us are competing for resources. Now that goes for men and significant others. Like a lot of time when women are out, women are taught by the culture, maybe not the family, but by the culture, that they need to compete for a man or a significant other. And what women don't realize is that they are the resource. Mm-hmm. The Black woman is the resource. She is the resource. It's all within her. Like they told Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, you had the power all alone. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, as us as Black women, we compete for resources when we need to understand that the resource is within us. If we work together, we can accomplish anything. The entire earth at one time was homogenous with Black women.
Facts. Well, I did a what you call yesterday. I knew it was going to be a little controversial. I knew it was going to, I did it because I wanted to, like, have people thinking and open up their minds. So, I did a little something yesterday to bring, that forward. I did a live stream the other day to bring that forward, But yes, by all means, if we actually knew, like, our power, if we actually knew what society was doing, even Black men, if Black men would see that the power lies within your Black women, because your Black women is your mother, your Black women is your aunt, the Black women are your sister, and we've never turned our backs pretty much on our brothers, and we never will. I don't think that's even in our spirit to turn our backs on our brothers. And if and if they would just realize that, and and a lot of times, like with and stop competing, and allow us to be be what we're supposed to be, then we could turn things around in society. We could turn things around in the world. But, because of the ego and things of this nature and the way that they have society set up, and would you say that the ego came on from the Black man, or the ego came from other races first?
QI, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm pro Black woman every day, all day. Mm-hmm. So what I know and what I have found out through my research would ruffle feathers. But I will tell you this. once the Black woman understands who she is and for how long she has been on this earth and the foundations that she laid down for humanity, I think she will become a different person. I think the thing is, most Black women don't know. For example, they don't know that the entire astrological makeup was originally 2 female of everything. You see, one, it was not just Gemini. Gemini was originally 2 women, but it was 2 female of everything.
2 moons.
In other words,
suns.
it was 2 crabs, it was 2 female of everything. And when you go back in antiquity, you see that everything has a female name. There are men today walking around with female names, and they don't know it. So that energy, then people wonder where the energies come from. That energy, female, Black, feminine energy is on this planet, and that's what Atlantis is. And even Aleister Crowley, as crazy as he was, you know, if you read his books, because I read them, he puts it out there for you to understand. Atla means Black female. Atlantis, Lemuria was homogenous with Black female, meaning that the Black women were homosocial and homosexual.
The owls
what
of
else
women.
could they be if it was all Black female?
Right. The owls of women.
I want to say this, and I know this is going to sound controversial. I don't like all these labels put on Black women, and I'm saying Black women because I know how old the Black woman is. But how can you put a label on someone who brought in humanity? And if they were all female for millions of years, how can you then call them gay? You would call that an indigenous original relationship. Because for the time that man has been on earth, it's nothing but a teardrop in the ocean compared to how long the Black female has been on earth.
That is so
when you look at, let me say this to you, when you look at the Songs of Solomon and it's talking about breasts and everything, those were women writing poems to one another. People need to understand that. And when you look at the original King James Bible, there are no J's in it. So when they say Christ Lord, they say Isis. And if you don't believe me, go and look for the original 1611 King James Bible.
Right,
You'll see that it was all feminine.
Right, Israel, Isis, Ra, and El, right?
And that's all female. That's the triad.
Yeah.
All female. Ra is not a male energy. Ra is a female.
Yeah, because that's the sun, and the sun is a woman.
Akhenaten was a woman.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that Akhenaten, and most of the rulers. Would you say most of the rulers, like if we would look at African history, most of the rulers were women up until the 25th dynasty?
All of the rulers were Black female up until even after the 25th dynasty. It's the 25th dynasty that ushered in showing only 2 women, a woman and 1 child, but originally it was a woman and 2 children, 2 girls, 2 female children. And genetically, when you think about it, you have 2 breasts because you originally gave birth to 2 females just like yourself. Puppies have 6 breasts because they give birth to 6 or 5 or however many babies, but you have 2 breasts because you originally gave birth to 2 girls. Wow. Reproducing yourself.
Wow. Interesting. You got to come. I just want you to come on more because you bring a lot of, and then the way that you're doing it and the way that we're doing it is balanced because it's not an overkill. You know what I mean? It's mixed in, which is.
I don't want to be a person that's overboard with the Black feminine energy. So I need to sort of fall back some because that's all I'm going to give. I'm going to tell you straight up. But then that's what I do. That's my line of study. And so for other people, they need to bring that aspect. But I'm going to tell you, if you want to take away from the Black female, I'm not going to allow you to do that because I know who she is. And I know how long she's been on this earth. So I want to fall back. I don't want to feel like I'm taking up all of the time.
No, I love you. Don't feel like that.
All.
I know. I feel like I just, and I had to go. Like I'm on. I feel you, and I love the fact we even went off topic, but I'm okay with that because, like, I needed to hear. I wanted to hear those things.
Well, I see a question in the chat where someone says, "What books have you read?" I've read more books than most people can shake a stick at. But I will tell you this: if you want to start with something, start with the book called, the title is When God Was a Woman.
Yeah.
Read that book.
Yeah.
And you can start there. But there are more books that I could give you guys a list of books that will give credence to what I'm saying. So the Black woman, when they understand who they are and what they are and how long that they have been here, they don't need to be tormented in their mind about having same-sex relationships. It was that for millions of years. This right here is a new thing. But again, this is the age of Aquarius. So we can expect that energy to come back.
Right. Right. And I'm trying to help it along. That's one of the reasons why it's like, I'm just trying to help it along. Because I know how beautiful it's going to be on the other side. Yeah, but call in anytime. I love when you call, and I love that I'm all about the divine feminine energy, the divine feminine as well. And so, don't ever feel like, that I don't want you to talk about it, because you're gonna pull me in, of course, so don't ever feel like that. But we're gonna, like I tell you what, we're gonna get ready to end the show. I'm gonna let everybody have their last and final words. Let me see. Let me start with my are you still on the phone, Deshaun?
Yes, I am.
You have any last and final words for the chat or anyone?
I just want to say thank you, QI, for inviting me on. Ladies, thank you as well. And Miss Juju, you give a lot of great points and facts, and I love hearing you speak as well.
Yeah, I would love for her to be a co-host, but don't seem like I'm gonna make it on that. On some shows, I would love for her to be a co-host, but I'm not getting the feeling that that's gonna happen.
Look, I'm gonna have to steal it from you, baby. I'm gonna have to steal it.
Well, no, I mean, because educating or whatever. If she don't, I want her to come on in. I just, I don't know what I have to do. Beg, Juju?
No. I mean, I will participate, but I'm telling you, the topics that I like to cover are too controversial, and I don't want to bring that, because people will trust me, QI, when I tell you this. People will show up just to critique and debate what I
like it, but that
you don't want. No, you don't want that. You don't want that. I'm saying that you all do a great job, and it's smooth. You don't need anyone trying to call up and hotep me and challenge me. I've been there, done all that, and they can't challenge mama.
Right.
Okay. So the author of that book is Marilyn Stone. When God Was a Woman, Marilyn Stone. And I'm going to leave you all with this. Anthropologists know that 98.9% of all artifacts that are considered old are Black females.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
Digest that.
Luzia, and did you see where they had burned? I saw an article where they claim it was an accidental burning of Luzia.
Of what?
Of Luzia. I passed that article out yesterday in the chat. It's like they said that wherever Luzia was, that there it was a fire in America. There was a fire, so they're trying to destroy that information. They're trying to destroy that evidence.
Well, it's too vast. The Black woman's history is too vast to destroy. So what they do is they take it over. So a lot of things, as far as your religions and as far as your older temples, all of those were built by Black women. All of them. Do you hear me? All of them.
Yeah.
So what you'll have is men calling themselves Ali, when Ali means female great one.
Right.
There's nothing male in that name.
Right. Most Muslims don't know that. Yeah. That Allah is a woman. Allah is a woman.
Exactly. And they worshiped female before men came and changed the deity to a male. So I'm just saying Black women need to understand who they are and the power that they have. There's a spirit in the Black woman that is great and very powerful. She just doesn't know it.
Right.
So she doesn't need to be insecure about her choices. She needs to be secure about who she is and her history. And I just would suggest that Black women read more. Not these books about how to keep a man, how to, do a sew-in. No, read books about your history. And it's all over the world, all over this globe.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some history, but are you subscribed? I can't speak. Subscribe to Deshaun Farley?
No, I'm not. But I don't participate that way. But if Deshaun was that sweet little pumpkin that was just on here, I will do it.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him.
I
right
like
here.
His energy.
Yeah, that's him. Like he said, he would like for you to come over to, come over to his show as well. And like me knowing his show and knowing how he works and his energy, then I feel like that would be good. But I know you could test the waters on your own.
Well, I'm gonna check him out for sure. But I'm more comfortable with women, Black women mostly.
Yeah, I understand.
And that's where my comfort zone is. And so I try to stay. I don't chase waterfalls.
Yeah, you know why?
I stay in the rivers and lakes that I'm used to.
Yeah, You know why, Deshaun, right? But he's not like that. But you know why? Because why? You understand why she feels that way, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but she says she's gonna check you out though, and I think that'll eventually end that. She's a spiritual person, so like it depends on what the spirit leads her. Okay, and I have a caller on the line. This is the last caller. Let me unmute you.
Yeah, because I have to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, I'm about to get everybody off of here. In fact, you can go ahead and make your final. Go ahead and say.
Go ahead. I'll wait.
I gotta go to work too, DC.
Yeah. You can go ahead.
11 o'clock here.
Yeah, go ahead. Everybody go. Y'all can go ahead and say y'all final. I have a caller and I'm having a little trouble here unmuting them. Go ahead, but go ahead and y'all can go ahead and say your final because I might not be able to get the caller unmuted.
Well, no, I'm gonna stay here to the end.
She just got to buy us breakfast in the morning. Play too much.
Yeah, go ahead and drop y'all cash apps in the chat as well. Caller 2297. I'm so sorry, but unfortunately, I'm unable to unmute you. I'm having some technical issues over here with this thing.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear? Is this the caller?
Yes. Hi, QI. How you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
Fine. I've been watching your live on YouTube, and you're doing a great job on your YouTube, on your platform. Following you, and keep the job up, okay?
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for that.
I'm really proud of you a lot.
Thank you so much.
Is that KB?
It's KB, and I will be talk to you more in the chat room.
All right.
Hey, KB.
Okay.
All right, and if you have any ideas,
how you doing?
Feel free to email me. If you have any ideas about anything that you like to cover on the show, or whatever, or you want us to cover, just feel free to email me as well. Okay.
Okay. Just put your email in the hi everybody. Put your email in the chat, and I email you.
All right. Thank you. All right, everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna now drop the conference. Everybody said their final words, right? All the callers.
Yes, put email in there. I can email you.
All right, I'm gonna put it in there in just a minute. Thank you for calling. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, J Dunn, go ahead and give us your final word.
You like pickles?
I was time for so long.
She like pickles.
But we'll just sing just one more song.
She like pickles.
Thanks for doing your part. You sure are smart, with me and you.
Hey.
Y'all Nah, for real, for real. No, this was a good live, y'all. It's fun to just be able to kick back. And Juju really came through, dropping heat, spitting knowledge, and had a lot of things that I could relate to, that I could, stand to actually apply to my own life. And so I'm happy about that. I think it was a good job overall for everybody here.
I'm going to have to watch the replay. Something I might have missed.
All right, and
go ahead,
DC Kool-Aid, give us your final thought. Your final.
Rewind that.
All right, go ahead and give us your final thoughts, DC Kool-Aid.
I mean, this was a great topic, even though it was off topic, but it was still great. It actually gave a lot of people that didn't understand things, some things I didn't understand that I learned tonight. That's why I'm still here. Normally I'm in the bed at 10 o'clock. It's going on 11. And I got to be at 5:50 walking the dog. So anyway, it was a great topic, and I can't wait for the next one.
Right. And y'all, you know what I'm gonna start calling? I might start calling these spontaneous panel discussions.
Because you don't need one topic.
Because I'm spontaneous, and if it interests me, we're gonna go there.
But so, you know what, QI, that's just like us on Saturdays when we do Real Talk. We have that main topic, and we just we're gonna come off the topic a little bit.
And then there you go, you way out there. But family, thank everybody for the support. We know we went long today, and BB Nice had a little something that she had to do, so she'll be back another time. She's coming back. And this was a great live. I thank everybody for the support. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out the Teesprings account of mine. Also, support J Dunn and support BB and support DC Kool-Aid. In terms of their cash apps, and also subscribe to their channels. Make sure you subscribe to Melissa Ocha as well as Deshaun Farley, their YouTube channels. They also have some great content. And smash that like button and subscribe. I think I cover all of the content creators in here. If I missed anyone, I do apologize. I love you all, and until next time.
I got a 20-second song to go out, so.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, let's play it. Let's play it.
But when you're ready, get off though.
All right, here we go. Peace.
We out. Ready? Go. Hey. All right.
All right. Peace, family. And we are out.
Bye, y'all.